What's up, family? This is A,
And this is T from A&M.
and we are live from Smooth Life.
You don't have to be fulfilled by yourself, because when bro win, I'll be like, let's get it. Like, I'll be like, let's get it. Just if we both have a target of 10K days and I don't hit my 10K, but bro hit 10K, it still feel the same to me. Because it's like, all right, what do I need to do the next time in order to hit my day? So we got to be happy for other people.
Nice.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to Smooth Lies. I'm your host, Jay.
And it's your boy, Meech.
And welcome to another chapter.
Yeah.
As you all see, we got some great black successful young men on today's pod. Before we get into it, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. If you enjoy the content, press the like button and share some of our episodes with some of your friends. Let's go. So what's going on, fellas? How we doing?
Man, I'm tired. I just got off a flight. Just left Florida, bro. But I'm good. We here.
We here on on Easter Sunday too.
Easter.
Let's get it.
No excuses.
That's a fact.
You know how black people, that really be like the day of the year they really show up to church.
Nah, most definitely.
For sure.
I thought you was gonna throw that spice on today, T. I thought you was gonna put a suit out.
Nah, bro. I'm fresh off a flight, bro. I got clothes still from the suitcase from the 2 weeks before, bro.
Man. Busy man, huh?
Bro.
Yeah.
How was you all's week this week? Was your mental health good? Everything was flowing?
Bro, it was great, man. Honestly, life gets crazy though, man. We were just talking about like T's on the flights, every other week, man. So he been moving and, it gets crazy, bro. But I know for me personally this week, I got to kind of chill out a little bit. Like I took a step back, you know what I mean? Said, look, I'm not putting the grind in ass heavy just for that mental health, man. So it's a good week.
Yeah, I mean, I took a flight to go to the beach. You know what I'm saying? More or less because I need to relax. I put my phone on Do Not Disturb, and I only talk to people who I wanted to talk to. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we don't take time out because everybody who has access to us, that's a privilege. So for me to turn my phone on Do Not Disturb, it brought me peace because it was more or less I didn't have to communicate. I didn't have to overthink anything. I just could wake up, walk to the beach, and be good.
I kind of felt that too.
Bro,
when I was trying to get this shit organized, it took hours at a time for a response. I was like, shit. Is he still coming? Sure. Yeah. Now you said this week you didn't go 110% this week due to your mental health. Yeah, what's the difference when you are going 110% on a weekly or a daily basis, and then for this current week you probably went 70% or so? Yeah,
and honestly, man, it's more of just a choice of what to do with my time, because time is so limited, having multiple businesses, having family, it's busy, right? So, when you go full-time entrepreneurship, what we experienced was your business becomes a part of your life. You know what I mean? So we're working. I know I get up 4:45 every morning, right? And I'm literally, I get the gym out the way because I know I got to put about 12 hours into the business. You know what I mean? Or maybe 8 to 10, But this week I slowed it down and I just spent more time on it was less on the business. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I made some sacrifices, right? Because the thing is our money, the amount of money we make is based on our efforts at this beginning stage. You know what I mean? So it's I'm cool, maybe not working with as many clients right now. You know what I mean? Because I want to come back, recharge, because I know the next time I come back, we coming crazier, right?
Hey.
So, this was just kind of a chill out week because we know, me and T, we got some big goals this quarter. So, all right, we're going to chill out a little bit. But I know this week, full throttle, bro. We getting it in.
No, that's a fact. It's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's dope. So with that being said, if we're going to go back to the mental health topic, work me through the mindset of preparing yourself for going to that 110% day, because it's not easy just saying I'm going to get up and go hard.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
That's tough, man. That's a great question, bro. Great question. I think honestly, man, you just gotta have a deeper purpose, right? So for me, I am sacrificing a lot, you know what I mean? And mental health doesn't really get impacted from the grind because I feel when I think of, I just have it in my mind that there's a deeper purpose to where it actually makes me happy because I'm progressing towards that goal.
Okay.
Right. So I'm at a state where my mental health is heavily impacted by, you know, what I get done, my achievements. You know what I mean? So for me, the purpose is so deep that it's like when that purpose gets done, you know what I mean? It's worth it all. I feel good about it.
Celebrate.
Yeah. I can definitely understand that. So I can see that your high achievement is what gets you through life.
Absolutely. That's how it's supposed to be, man.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be like that. But I mean, honestly, bro, we're all like that though, right?
But it's supposed to be like that, but it's a saying that the trip sometimes is more important than the destination.
Yeah.
Because of the journey. Because it's like, hey, making $1 million, someone would it mean as much to you if you were a millionaire, somebody handed you $1 million, or if you earned it?
Yeah.
That's how I like to look at it. So you gotta kind of.
So, not to cut you off or anything, because you make a interesting concept, because now we're talking about setting goals, but enjoying the in between. But then now going into the mind, it's like, but I needed that goal, so I'm still going to have that outlook. So how can you enjoy both? Like, because some people might fall short of that goal and think that that's a backset.
Right.
But it's not really, because it's the journey
It's
to
the
it.
journey. Exactly. It's the journey.
So now explain that a little bit. to me,
Everybody's
too.
not gonna make it to the NFL, or everybody's not gonna make it to the NBA. But you got to witness these people that are in the NBA, or you got to, like LeBron's friends. They all hooped in high school and made LeBron who he was. They all didn't make it to the NBA, right? But they still get the experience and winning those championships. You know, being the best player in the league, et cetera, like that. So it's more or less just because everything is perception. Just because you didn't get to do it, or you don't have to be fulfilled by yourself. Because when bro win, I'll be like, let's get it. Like I'll be like, let's get it. Just if we both have a target of 10K days, and I don't hit my 10K, but bro hit 10K, it still feel the same to me. Because it's like, all right, what do I need to do the next time in order to hit my day? So we got to be happy for other people's journey, even though sometimes it may not be our calling.
That's interesting that you said that, because I know you guys have known each other for a very long time.
Yeah.
And now you're in business together as well as your own separate business. And it looks like you all have an even playing field with one another, even though it is competition in the room. We're not going to lie about that.
Yeah,
you know?
all day.
But for you all to not kind of be envious of one another is something very special, because a lot of people can't work together, especially men, because it's a territorial piece, you know. It's like sharing a woman. We can't share a woman. We can't do that. But yeah, like that's very dope.
It's powerful.
Could you all talk to us about your joint brand,
Man,
the Art of McKee?
even,
Bro named it.
But look, man, like I feel like I can't even skip something that you said, man. It's so powerful, man. Just like how it could be so much competition. Like that's deep, man, because like me and T, I know we could work together. We already kind of we already know that one person won't get too far the other person, right? Like we put each other in the other rooms that we're in, you know what I mean?
All
like
times.
And if T is, let's say T hitting 40K, 50K months, right?
We did that. We did
So
that.
let's say T is there, right? And let's say maybe I'm not there. Maybe I'm at like 20 or 30, right? I know T gonna check me like, hey, bro, what's up? You know what I mean? Let's make it shake. Like he's not like, we won't even leave each other to that point, because we understand now when T gonna keep making, you know, T might hit like 2 or 3. I'm gonna be good at 100. You know what I mean? But I mean, it's all about, because I know as he becomes more successful, he gonna bring me along. When I become more successful in other areas,
That's
I'm
how
gonna
it
bring him
is.
along. So that, I mean, that's why collaboration is more powerful, right?
Collaboration over competition. All day.
And I learned that back in the day. I think like growing up, we want to have the whole piece of the pie.
Yeah.
Versus knowing how to divert to our friends and, like, you know, our business partners' strengths. Because what may be your weakness may be your man's or shorty's strength. And a lot of people don't know how to divert, because I don't really know. It may be a selfish mentality or mindset, but I always tell people, like, you don't have the power over time. And with the time that you do have, you have to look at it like, okay, I have to put 100% here But when I have these other branches, I have to divert those responsibilities to somebody else, someone that I trust. And a lot of times people, we were talking about before the show, how a lot of people want to be this entrepreneur and think that they're entrepreneurs simply because they paid $99 for the Secretary of State to put a printed signature on that
Not no
piece
boss.
of
I'm
digital
sorry.
paper.
Not no boss.
So how many years have you all been in business?
Like what? 2 probably.
Yeah, it's 2.
Like 2.
What did you learn the first year?
Bro, easy. I mean, real talk. Like, I'm the face, but y'all don't understand is the face can't go without the back office. I can't work without bro. Like, when I hit my first 20K month, bro was like, "Hey, we making 20K this month." I ain't never made $20,000 in a month. I'm like, "What you talking about? We just celebrated. We hit 10. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, like, we gotta hit 20. This how we gonna do it." And I was like, all right. I tell him all the time. I said, if we ever went to war, if y'all fan of Game of Thrones, I said, if we ever went to war, I'm the person on the front line. Hey, we doing this, and this. But he the person who mapped out how we coming regardless. I'm just executing what needs to be done. If he say, hey, T, you need to go live to get 10 more leads in this funnel, bet it's done. You know what I'm saying? It's done.
So you're going to be on the front line of war.
I'm gonna be on the front line.
So you're gonna die first.
We gonna win this battle. Look.
Front line of war people die first.
He's thinking some general type stuff, like he just with the map, and he the consort.
I'm Jon Snow. What they talking about? I'm Jon Snow.
Hey, what was the dude on Game of Thrones from the first season? The boy. Who got poisoned?
The young dude.
The poison.
Yeah.
His ass was not on the front. He was in the back. But he took all the glory. Like,
hey, only a few people survived. Jon Snow was on that front line.
Yeah, that man
that's crazy. And then coming back to the topic, that's interesting too as well, because we grow up in life knowing that there's some type of hierarchy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's always some positions. Like first thing you're born, you're a child.
Mm-hmm.
There's a parent. Those roles come with a certain amount of responsibility and requirements. And it sounds like coming to a business, y'all have a very good understanding of people's fit in their slots and where they're supposed to be. We're not going to belittle anybody, but we're going to put you in a place that maximizes your effort.
Yeah.
Facts.
I can't win. Jordan couldn't win those rings. You know what I'm saying? Everybody play Pippen, but Jordan couldn't win those rings without Pippen. You gotta understand, I'm not saying I'm Jordan.
Hey, listen, I hear a lot of talk.
I'm not saying I'm
Jordan.
I mean,
he the face. He the face.
You know what I'm saying? Bro, really, what he does, I always call him a wizard, right? You know what I'm saying? Like
Merlin.
Bro, really, like, he go crazy. Like, I didn't seen him make somebody sick. Matter of fact, I didn't seen him turn somebody who was making $70,000 a year to make $60K in a month. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't seen him like, hey, this is what you need to do. I don't want to talk numbers, but he the first person. He saved me in his phone on the Millionaire T before I had a meal, and it's like
that's what it's about.
It's manifestation, bro.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's the energy, man. That's why we rock so heavy, man, because the thing is, bro, like, we gonna always stay consistent with it. You know what I mean? Because it's a bigger mission. We on that same mission. And, T get busy, I get busy, and it's a respect for that. You know what I mean? I know, like, if T, like, he might go ghost for 2 days. You know what I mean? He getting busy, bro. I gotta respect it. You know what I mean? But sometimes, not everyone can have, like, the same kind of clear understandings, right? And it's just about the mission you on, man.
Yeah,
that mission.
Facts.
But you said something about Rose, man, and Rose is that's deep, because the whole way we started business, we have a virtual staffing agency, right? Okay. So it's crazy how it worked, man. It's a long story behind it, but we basically hire people from the Philippines, right? And then we kind of middleman it and help small business owners access the international resources that these big companies have, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So we had to manage like 48 people at one time.
Yeah.
Wow.
And look, man, everyone knew they roles, right? You do that. And it was clear. You know what I mean? So the roles, man, is powerful.
Yeah. I mean, even in the truck, we was in trucking first. Even in trucking, I ain't do nothing in trucking except manage the driver. You know what I'm saying? It was more or less a, hey, T, I don't have time to handle these issues. You know, speak to the driver, speak to the, you know, what's going on, make sure everything good. He was handling all the back office stuff, like booking the loads, making sure the numbers was good. So, I mean, that's exactly how we have, you got to understand, like you said, you got to understand which role you're going to play to be successful. And that's why we're successful, because we understand how we attack each opportunity.
Your strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I know where you strong at, right? You know where I'm weak at.
Yeah.
Vice versa, right? And that's how you gotta be with, like, not even just like as a business partner, but anyone you work with, anyone that you come across. Like, in order for that to be a valuable relationship, you know, you gotta be able to pick up for the strength and weaknesses and vice versa. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Yeah, it sounds like that comes with honesty too, as well.
Yeah.
Facts.
You have to be honest with each other,
Keep it real
because,
with
like
your
you
dog.
said, if I know your weakness, you
Yeah.
can't sit here. We talk about that all the time. You can't get mad if
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you, like, hey, you fell short a little bit,
Yeah.
bro. Like, you just got to be.
You can't be
Take that.
prideful.
Yeah.
You can't be
can't.
prideful. It's not. It's like, all right, yeah, that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? We done checked each other a few times, like on some respect stuff. Like, hey, bro, you dropped the ball, or you was like, I'm late all the time.
Yeah, I feel you. As y'all saw.
So, bro, really tell me like, hey, bro, like, this is very important, bro. You don't need to be late to this. I know any other time you late, but this is one of them times you can't be late. You need to
Yeah.
show up, and it's like, all right, bet. It's like, I gotta do it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? 'Cause- and I respect his word, because he know I'm gonna be late.
You can't get offended though.
I ain't want to say nothing when you all came in, because you came in at 12:29. I said by 12:30. So I appreciate
Hey,
you. all.
look.
On
Yeah, no,
time,
This is
man.
important.
Hey.
Ain't got to hit the bleezy before I
Man.
get it.
What's you all's roles in your business?
Good question,
I mean,
man.
I mean, our business together.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah.
I mean, bro, just handle all the hard stuff, the numbers, the hard stuff, the numbers, the paperwork, payroll. What
Yeah,
else?
just putting
And
it
growing
like,
it
in place. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
and growing
Because
it.
I ain't doing the payroll, bro.
Yeah,
you
nah,
know?
he got somebody to do the payroll.
Yeah, it's just putting it in place. But T out on the, you know what I mean? He got to deal with the people though, man.
deal with the people.
Like,
The customers.
people is hard to deal
Oh my
with.
God.
Now, is that something where that's a strength of his, and maybe something that you may
Yeah.
not be that
Right, like
comfortable
managing
with?
the people.
And we took it from corporate.
yeah.
That's the thing.
Okay.
We took it from corporate. In corporate, I was a manager. I managed over 300 employees at one time. So me in the business, me speaking with customers and employees, I know how to navigate it. I'm great at operations.
Okay.
Now him, what you tell him? What you do from
Yeah, I
corporate?
mean, when I was in corporate, man, like, we pretty much like cleaned out departments, man. Like departments that weren't like efficient, you know, in corporate, man, and we would go through and clean them out, and you know, pretty much make it more efficient, saving money, you know. So for me, you know, I work a lot of like the strategy, man, and just putting people in place, like, you know, thinking of the long-term plan, like what does it look like 3-6 months from now, you know what I mean? Because that's super important in business and anything. So yeah, that's kind of my role, and it does come. That's crazy. It comes from what we were doing in corporate.
Yeah.
You know, when we was in corporate, that's what I did, and then you was managing
I was
people.
managing people, so
Yeah.
like it's natural to do it. This is a gym too. If you want to be an entrepreneur, take something you've done in corporate at your 9 to 5, and then turn it into your own business, because you'll automatically be good at it because you're natural at doing it. So definitely take that into consideration when starting a business.
That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Now I know before the show we were talking about how you do digital marketing and how you handle day trading and stock trading. What is digital marketing for
Yeah.
the viewers that may not know?
Yeah, absolutely. So marketing in general is raising awareness of your brand, right? So that is making people aware of what your brand is, what you do, how you can help them solve a problem, right? That's marketing. So digital marketing is pretty much doing that, but in the digital space will be social media, online, you know, pretty much everything that's running our lives right now, right? So yes, it's as simple as that, like raising awareness of your brand in digital spaces.
Nice. And for you,
Yeah.
stock trading.
Stock trading, yeah, I love the market. It's a market. It's open Monday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern to 4 p.m. Eastern. But the stock market is where. So I used to think long term investing, like Warren Buffett and stuff. But when I found out what options was, and I found out I can treat it as if it was a business and pay myself on a daily basis by simply guessing which way the market goes, that's when I realized I could leave my 9 to 5. Like the stock market is where generational wealth is created. They said most billionaires either are in real estate or in the stock market.
That makes sense. So both of y'all saying y'all was coming from corporate. How was that mindset switch and the habit change to go into your business for yourself? Because some people don't want to pull away from that paycheck.
Yeah,
that's coming.
So, bro, smart because I was ready to quit. Like, bro, smart. What we did was we got in trucking, right? Yeah. And when we got in trucking, we knew we can be in trucking while we worked our jobs.
Okay.
So it's more or less hey, if this doesn't work, then we still have our jobs. But we was like blowing that bread because it was like $10K a month.
Yeah.
For
like
me,
profit
for me and him to be able to split. And you gotta think we already getting our job money, so we was traveling like every week.
We was tripping a little bit, but yeah, nah. Those days was crazy. But,
got them reminiscing.
Hey, with the bottles.
You was working a 9 to 5, right? Like
rated R superstar.
Hey.
Yeah. We ain't care what the tab was.
We ain't care, man.
We ain't care what the tab was. It was
it was extra income, and when you ain't really had that in your childhood, it's a different feeling when you could just not worry about the check.
Like, you just celebrating. You know what I'm saying? Like, I tell people all the time, like, when you, like, really, really start seeing more money than you ever seen before, it's hard to stay disciplined.
It is.
Because it's like, I can afford that.
Yeah.
It's like, and we had to learn discipline, like, the hard way.
We did. Because one time, the truck ain't make as much money as it was before, right? And it's like, we planning stuff, you know what I mean? Then we had to dip into our personal because, things happen, man. Like, I remember one time, when we started trucking, like, we was hitting some big months, but I remember we had to pay, like, $6K for a repair when the truck got stuck.
I've heard that about the truck.
Yeah, $6K, and we lost the load.
So
we didn't get the profit.
More money in the deck.
Yeah. And then if we didn't have our mentor, like shout out Virgil, we didn't have our mentor to give us a truck, we would have been losing money entirely. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So we had to get a truck to still use to make the loads, but trucking was hard, bro.
Yeah, it was a wake up call, man. And shout out to Virgil, man, because he taught us the whole game. The whole thing. And that's another big thing, man. A lot of people don't realize, like, before you jump from entrepreneurship, before you jump from being a full-time employee to full-time entrepreneurship, like, what you want to do is you want to start building your business while you're working the 9 to 5. You know what I mean? And the way that you can kind of make a shortcut is you find a mentor, right, who's already done everything that you're going through, and they kind of show you the game as you're working towards it. And then I know for me, I didn't feel comfortable leaving my 9 to 5 until I was making at least double. Like I needed to double whatever my salary was. I needed to double that and profit from my business, and that's when I knew that I could step. You know what I mean? So, but the mindset, man, to answer your question, the mindset it's a big shift. What would you say your biggest mindset shift was needed to go from full-time employee to entrepreneur?
I'm gonna be real with y'all. Here's another gem. Do not determine your lifestyle off your budget. Determine it off your hustle. Right. And me.
Say that one more time, please.
Yeah, direct that right there, bro.
Determine your lifestyle off your budget. Determine it off your hustle. Me, once I seen I was making before I got to work, what I was making I will make $280 a day at work with an 8-hour shift. I was making good money. I was making like $37 an hour, but I was making $280 in an hour before I got to work in the market. From 9:30 to 10:30, I had to be to work at 11. So it's like, if I could do this, I don't need my job. You know what I'm saying? If I could do this and I'm doing the same thing, if I put more money into it, I can make double that money. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, I don't need this job anymore. I'm going to bet on myself because I can always get another job.
Always.
You know, I can always come back here, and it doesn't matter if I have to start at the bottom. I can still, my hustle still is, hey, I can get back where I'm at already. So that's how that was my mindset shift.
Yeah, I mean, you touched on it the same way for me though, man. Like I know when I was working my 9 to 5, right? Like I made money based on my time, right? So like every hour I worked, I made this amount of money. But what happened when I realized it was time for me to go into entrepreneurship was when I realized my time wasn't a factor of the money I made, right? You know, we're taught to trade time for money.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, all you know, that's just the way that we're taught, right? But once you realize that the wealthy, they make their money by leveraging other people's time and other people's money.
OPM.
Their business is running consistently without them having to be in it, right? So now you go from being capped out in corporate to making 100, 200K a year. Now you could build a business that can run up millions without you even having to be the one to actually be doing the work.
Facts. I do it
You
right
know?
now.
You know, for real. And that's what, and honestly, y'all, like, that's what trucking introduced us to.
Yeah.
Because we were working our 9 to 5s. We weren't driving the truck, you know?
Yeah.
I don't got my CDLs. I don't got a
Yeah.
CDL.
You ain't got the CDLs, like,
We invested $2,000 and make $100,000 in 4 months.
yeah. And it was the whole time we had someone driving. You know, he was the one, like, you built a business, right, that was making money without you having to be one to do the work. And when we got a taste of that, that's when it was over.
And we used other people's money. We went to the bank and took out a line of credit. So we didn't have the money. We took out a line of credit, bought the asset, hired the driver, had the mentor, and then everything aligned with each other. And then all we had to do was the little pieces that we knew, and which mine was managing and his was the back office work. So it's that's how you can do anything. You just gotta map it out.
Yeah.
Like we didn't know nothing about trucking, like nothing. Like I couldn't tell you nothing. Bro took
Nothing.
a course, turned it up, and I did the putting the pieces together. I got the driver,
Yep.
and then the driver plugged us in with the mentor,
Yep.
and then it was and then he started rocking with the mentor. That was cake.
Showed me the whole game.
The connections.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about the importance of relationships. You were speaking on, both of y'all were speaking on you all's mentor, Virgil, and that's very powerful for someone that wants to become an entrepreneur or just even wants to find the right job for their lifestyle or, you know, just for their life to take care of them and their kids or just individual. Could you talk about the relationship that you had to establish with Virgil in order for him to give you off those keys?
Oh,
Man, that's a
Let me
good
take
ass
this. Let me
question.
take this.
Dang,
Let me
let's
take
get
this.
it.
So, like I said, bro, smart. So Virgil, I don't mean I don't know how much you making now, but I know how much he was making when we came in the game. So Virgil is only like 4 or 5 years older than us, right?
Yeah.
Like 5 years older than us. Virgil making $4 million a year, while I'm making 70 G's. And you look like me. So when I feel like, okay, show me this stuff. So in order for him to be able to show us this, we had to bring him value,
Right.
right?
Say that
He
one.
said that.
Say that slow.
Yeah.
In order for Virgil to show us, we had to bring him value.
Yep.
Right? So what we did was we took what we knew from corporate. So what happened was Adrian said, hey, look, I can audit your whole business. I can run numbers. I can set your systems up so it can run smoother. We can create you a digital product so you can make hands-off money, et cetera. Like a whole bunch of stuff. But I'm going to do it for free because I want you to show me this trucking. I want you to show me how you make $4 million.
The trade-off.
Right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
at the time, I knew credit. He knew nothing about credit. Hey, bro, let me repair your credit for you, get you some business credit, establish you as an S corp. You bringing in $4 million. I can get you other people's money up to $10 million. I can get you a $10 million loan, turn your business into a corporation. I'll do that for free, but show us the trucking game. Now, when someone comes adds value to you, you don't mind teaching them because fair exchange isn't a robbery.
Yeah.
Right. If it wasn't no cash, we would have to figure out some way to barter.
Yeah.
So when he seen two young hungry dudes like, hey, we about to turn your stuff up, and we was just locked in since then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's facts. And honestly, like a lot of people want to help. You know what I mean? A lot of mentors do want to help people show them, but they kind of get burnt out because a lot of people be on BS. Like they don't really execute when they show them the
That's a
wage,
fact.
right?
That's a fact.
So if you do run into a mentor, like you gotta kind of put that hustle with it because they gonna sense that energy and they won't be your mentor no more.
That's
You know
a
what I
fact.
mean? And I mean, we all the same way. Like we're not
Yeah.
gonna keep on like showing someone the ropes if they're not executing. But a lot of mentors, from my experience, they help a lot of people, and like a lot of people don't execute.
And what I notice with like mentorship or just asking somebody for some type of help,
Just ask.
when you don't come with the value, you don't really take it that serious.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you really don't. It's just like if somebody, in school they gave us study guides. When you already had the study guide, you didn't really take the test that serious.
Right.
Except when the teacher told you read chapters X, Y, and Z, and now you're like, damn, I gotta read.
That's
Yeah.
a fact.
I have no help. Like, like damn, F for me.
I'm gonna tell you, man. Like honestly, mentorship a lot of times get wasted because most times it's free, right?
Yeah.
You gotta pay attention.
I pay my mentors. Like my top
No.
mentors,
Tell
I pay
them. Nah. Tell them how much you drop. Tell them how much are you invested into this day into yourself.
mentorships, like people showing me how to run my business, how to do things the right way. If I go from where I started, I probably invested about 40K
About 40K.
in the past 2 years in mentorships. People showing me how to basically scale my business and grow my business, and it's a shortcut, right? One, I'm gonna actually execute because I paid my money, so I'm gonna get busy and make it happen because I spent money on it. But then two, you got to pay to play. You know what I mean? Like I should have to pay. If you could show me how to make $1 million, I will pay you $100K.
Eat
You
all
know what I
day.
mean?
Now, how did that make you feel though? Because a lot of times people will have the notion that, especially like within the Black community, there's that argument about where there's a sense of entitlement of, well, you the way you look like me, you shouldn't have a problem with giving me these secrets, these gems, because
Yeah.
this is how we get ahead. And other cultures and other backgrounds, ethnicities, like yes, they may come from a sense of generational wealth. However, it took that one individual within the generation to take the time to go find a mentor, or to do the long hours, or to pay, or to, like you said, pay 40K. It probably wasn't 40K back then, but pay that. So how did that make you feel when, like, damn, I'm not trying to get this shit for free. I got to actually spend something, go to the bank or life savings, or, say, and pay for this type of knowledge.
Yeah. Bro, that's tough. It's crazy because you can answer this probably way better, but I'll kick it off. Like, honestly, man, like, if it's top tier, it's gonna be worth some bread, man. Right? Like, I mean, that's the whole coaching space, man. That's how it's supposed to be. But like, in regards, I give away a lot of information, so
A lot.
people can learn from me without me actually like showing them directly, because I give away a lot of value. I feel like that is something I'm supposed to do, and it also makes me a stronger entrepreneur in general, anyways. Right? So I give away a lot of free value already. And I can tell you 90% of people, the reason I'm comfortable even giving it out is 90% of people won't do the work.
They're not gonna do the work.
Yeah.
You have to pay. Like, because if you don't pay, you're not going to take it serious.
Take it serious. That's a fact. That's a fact, bro. And he taught me that you gotta pay attention, right? I didn't drop my course is $300. I didn't gave my course away to so many people. Probably out of the 50 to 100 people I gave my stock trading course away to, I done had probably 3 or 4 people write me saying, "Hey, it changed my life. Thank you so much for giving this to me," or willing to pay me on the back end, just because it worked for them. A lot of things people aren't going to execute. Why do you think people give out samples at restaurants hoping you'll come eat their food? But a lot of people I just wanted to taste the cookie.
I was just hungry.
I was just hungry. I just wanted to see what it was like. A lot of people aren't going to take the execute. Me, I didn't believe in investing in information. I'll buy gold, jewelry, all that, shoes. But bro told me spend $1,000 on the course. I'm like, I'm not spending $1,000 on the course. What you talk about? I could go. He's like, bro.
That was the first course.
Yeah, let me tell you what bro did. So he he talked me into getting $1,000 course. I'm like, all right, bad. This is in February, y'all. This is in February. Get the $1,000 course. I take the course. He take the course.
Got the truck rolling.
Yeah, we got the truck rolling. I ain't really
Almost.
like yeah, almost. I ain't really like I don't like to read stuff for real. Like, bro, read. He like, hey, I know the whole thing. I know the whole knowledge. All right, cool. What do I need to do? I did this. He like, you need to get another course. Bro, this is March.
Yeah.
I'm like, we just bought a course. I never spent $1,000 on my information. He like, yeah, get this course. It's gonna tell us how to get the bread for the truck.
And it match your flavor.
Yeah, he like, yeah, bro, be flexing. He got Cartier watches on, all that. That's your style. So I'm like, all right, how much is it? So, bro, like, it's $3,500.
It's on sale.
It's on sale.
It's on sale.
So I'm like,
sale.
I'm going back and forth, like, man, nah. I'm like, nah, I ain't copying this. He like, bro, you need to copy. I'm like, all right, I'm a copy. I'm about to send you my half. He like, nah, I'm not paying for it. Like,
Wow.
you paying for it. And I'm like, bro, we just split this course. He said, I'm not gonna use that course. If I would have never bought that course, y'all, I would have never. I ran up so much money off that course, y'all. It was worth $3,500. And here's the thing I want to explain to everybody, right?
So you paid $3,500.
I paid $3,500 on Friday. I had $18,000. I paid it on a Tuesday with a credit card, and on Friday I had $18,000.
He showed you how to.
He showed me how to.
So in 4 days.
In 4 days, I had $18,000, and then took us to the bank, and I ended up getting 36, and then you end up getting 20.
Yeah.
So
And that's what we used
And I
to
took us
buy
to the
the
bank
truck.
Monday. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. Like, I called him like, bro, this stuff crazy. He thought I was lying. I said, nah, I'm walking us into the bank, and I'm about to get our bread. Like,
It's crazy.
And here's the thing. It's like, people don't understand. And he even offered me something else crazier. He said, hey, I know this other guy who's selling the course who took the original course. You can get his for $900. I want y'all to look at this like sneakers. You want the knockoffs or you want the real joints.
Yeah.
Some people can get the knockoffs because they like the look. But if I know in my head that these are knockoffs, I'm not gonna feel authentic. So it's like, I'm gonna just go ahead and pay the $3,500 because he might everything is watered down. You tell me something, I tell him something. By the time I get to you, it ain't the same thing. So it's like, I want the exact information that he did to do it, because now I know if he's selling his stuff for $900, why can't I? So
Yeah.
that's another recycling information. That's the way you make a bag.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's an interesting point, because we are in the day of age where, the reels and people copy off of each other.
Yeah.
Explain the difference between taking somebody's stuff and, like you said, recycling the information.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Everybody, like in the trading world, right? Everybody has their own strategy. Hey, I do this, this is how I do it. But if you're taught something, right? If you're taught how to shoot a shot, right? You're taught this is all you know, but someone taught you that's how they do it. Then you're going to teach someone else how to shoot it because it works. So it doesn't matter. I tell people all the time, people don't buy products, people buy people. People don't come get their haircut by you because you the coldest. No offense. People come to you because they like, Jamal impacts me in a certain type of way that I need to come get my haircut by him. Sometimes being a barber, you have to make people feel like they fresh. Somebody going to prom, something like that.
Yeah.
I may not be the best stock trader, but I feel like it. So I know I'm the best barber. You like I'm so.
You see my straight face. I can't do no admit.
So that's what. So people are going to come to you because, one, your confidence, your reviews, and how you make them feel. So that's why when I've taught over 150 students in my method,
relate to you,
and they can relate to you, right? So many people came to me because they said, I seen it come up. I seen you start with $100 days and flip to $2,000 days. I seen you post losses. That goes back to the trip and the destination. You have a target to become the greatest, but every step of the way counts, even your failures.
Yeah.
So it's best to always understand that the trip is better than the destination. That's just my aspect. What you think?
Yeah, so you might have to repeat that question again. Because T kind of took it.
Yeah, he was flowing though. He was definitely flowing. He came in, he had the analogy, everything like that. So pretty much summing up the question, it was like in this day of age with reels, we got the copying stage and we got the recycling information
from a marketing
stage.
side, you just told people to copy.
Yeah,
No, you have to. Like if they're doing it, and it's working, you would like it would be a bad decision not to do what's already working and just add your flavor to it, right?
Why reinvent the wheel?
Why reinvent the wheel? It's a shortcut.
Yeah.
Like I tell people all the time, like if you want to learn how to grow a certain business, the first thing that you do is you find a competitor in that business and you study them and see what they're doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now you have a baseline. You got a place where you can start, so you're not starting all the way from scratch.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? But you got to add your flavor to it.
That's a fact.
And that's when people really gravitate towards you. And that the thing is, the market is so big, y'all. It's an unlimited amount of people. I could not get enough customers, and there wouldn't be enough customers for you. You know what I mean? Like, it's unlimited, you know? So that they can't even take over the whole market. There's a piece of the market waiting on you to come get it because they relate to you. You're solving a problem that they have, right? And they trust you. They make them feel good when they work with you.
That's what it is.
But see, on the real, the average person is not going to do what you just said. As far as
they gotta pay.
Right.
Because when they pay, they
And that tastes me so sour. Because in all truth, you hit it right there on the head. If you want to be an entrepreneur or if you want to get into some type of career, you look at your competitors. You look at people who are already in there.
Yeah.
Because they're already showing you the blueprint. You have a section of the people that have failed, which is a very big percentage. And then you have the small percentage of the successful people. Like, who was? So Walmart. Walmart is the very first super center, right? You also have Myers. There's not a lot of Myers compared to Walmart because Myers didn't want to sit here and adopt the new super center row. They were so prideful of thinking like, no, I'm good over here. This has worked for me for X, Y, and Z. I'm this type of person or this type of company, and I'm going to be here forever. Meijer is still here. However, there are not a lot of Myers compared to the Walmart. And what happens is a lot of people, when it comes to business, they think the hardest thing was scraping up the $99. Like people will go get an LLC, won't even have a business plan, but will have a name. They will have a name for the business. They will sit here and utilize Facebook statuses and say, hey, shop with X, Y, and Z, da-da-da-da. But what you said, value, you're not bringing value to the audience.
Yeah.
So there's always going to be an audience, but are you for the audience? And a lot of people aren't for the audience because they don't want to pay attention to something that works. Like, the blueprint is already there. That's like, it's very important that you said recycled information, because I tell people all the time, name 5 people of your lifetime that have really came out with something new. You really can't do that. Like someone's always borrowing something from somewhere else or someone else that has worked. But when you don't take the time to, one, do your research, to find those type of people where, yes, they may be successful. And, you know, at the end of the day, it's not even about how much money they're making. You just want to pay attention to the stuff that actually works. And because that's what I always tell people all the time, you could start a business this year. And for you all's situation, I would say it was luck, but I would also say it reflects you all's hustle. Because the average person isn't going to do this. A lot of times people will sit here and, oh, I like how this person is dressing, or I like the trips that this person has, or, oh, they have the jewelry, or
They
boom,
don't see the
boom.
work though.
Or we can sit here, I see sometimes you post that you are 800 credit score, sir. 800 plus credit score.
Get it right.
You said what? What was that number?
837.
837. All right, all right.
You gotta
But-
make sure to get those 30 points.
But yeah, like, and somebody could look at that like, yes, that's a valuable thing. Kudos to you. Congrats. However, when we talk about the average person, there was probably a time when you weren't 700 or so, when you couldn't go get even apply for a basic ass credit card. There are those moments, but a lot of people think like, oh no, he's this because he's black, or he's a young black male. He dresses like me. He dresses urban. I can do that shit too for free. Like for free.
For free?
How'd you get that? where did the information come from for you to get that 837?
So, all right. So when I was younger, so I started fixing my credit by myself. But what happened? I went into a bank and I asked them how to fix my credit. They didn't give me. They told me pay all my bills back. That's
That's
a
what
lie.
they always say.
It's a myth. Like you don't got to do that. But so I'm like I can't afford to pay my bills back. Right? It's just realistic at the time. So I started researching other options, and then once I researched other options, I got into the 700 space by myself. But to get over to the 800, I got a course. When you want to go to the next level, you have to do next level stuff. You have to invest in next level stuff. If you want to be, it's like when you got a race car. You don't just okay, I'm gonna get a Hellcat because everybody can buy a Hellcat. But are you gonna put
everybody can buy a Scat.
Yeah.
Everybody can buy a Hellcat.
Yeah. So look, you can when you purchase a race car, right? Other people can get the same race car as you because it's multiple builds. You have to tweak it and purchase things in order to make it custom, right? So if you want to upgrade your lifestyle, you gotta pay the price. You can watch a million YouTube videos. I can tell you right now, they can give you all the game. You're not gonna apply it. It's a path with information. All my reels, if you watch and combine all my reels, you probably can get my mentorship in my reels. But you don't know how the path works, so you gotta come see me. Like that's realistic. I'm giving away multiple games that you're not gonna apply because you don't know how to utilize it. So now you have to pay me to come see me in order for me to show you to put two and two pieces together. And me, I'm lazy. Bill Gates said I hire a lazy person before I hire a smart one because a lazy person gonna find an easier way to do it. If I gotta pay you a certain amount of money, I'm pretty sure people can attempt to cut their own hair. Why would I do that when someone specializes in it? I'm pretty sure I can learn how to run my own back office. Why would I do that when I can cut the time and pay someone that specializes in it? If we all realize that we can get further in a shorter period of time if we pay for it, then we'll all be successful. My opinion.
I mean, I think that's what holds back a lot of people, though. You know what I mean? Like the information is there. You can go on YouTube and learn how to become an extremely successful entrepreneur, 100%, right? But the reality is you're going to have to chop pieces up, right? You're going to have to figure out a way that they doing it. It's too much information, right? So, being able to invest, I think that's why I believe that the first investment you should make is into yourself, right? Because you can access information now that can show you how to acquire even more wealth. And it wasn't always that way. You know what I mean? Like this is the course, like paying for courses and stuff started about, it's been around forever, but it was a spike around COVID when everyone's in the crib. So, that's around when we bought ours.
That's a fact.
So, like 2 years ago, you now have this ability to say, I want to start this type of business. I have a passion for it. I really want to help people over there. And you can go find a mentor and pay them. And that is what's going to take people to the next level is investing in mentors. Like I'm telling y'all that. And that's why it's such a big part of the conversation today, because if anyone listening to this, if you don't get anything else out of it, when you pay for information that can transform your life and you vet it through and you make sure it's the right information for you, when you make that investment into yourself, there is no better way to get a bigger return on investment than investing in yourself.
Wow.
I was gonna have you repeat that, but it was so deep. It was so deep.
He did that on purpose. That's his real. That's
the real.
So I have a couple more questions for you guys, but I know you all are both fathers, and the children. What are their ages?
He about to put us on. We
put you on the spot.
We three kids.
3 kids.
We just got 3 kids, bro.
Anybody over 10 years old?
Mine's at 10.
Yeah, our sons are the same age.
Same age. Yeah.
Okay, so cool. With what you all have accomplished, what you all have gone through, the ups and the downs. On a 10-year-old, what are you all doing now? Like, what is the education you're pouring into your children? Because you only can get so much shit out of school. Like,
I just tell them. My education wise, I just let them be a kid, bro. Because here's the thing. I don't think I got to be a kid because I had to learn. You know what I'm saying? I had to learn a lot. But I just tell him be a kid, and I invest in him. He wants to be a YouTuber, so it's like, all right. I bought him an $800 laptop, and I asked about his consistency. What are you doing? Are you recording yourself? Are you posting yourself? He created his own YouTube page, everything. So it's more or less of I'm letting him do what he wants to do, and I'm also showing him that what he can do is possible. Because I know growing up, I wanted to be an author. No one told me I could be an author.
Yeah.
People didn't believe I could be an author. Even though in elementary, I got a scholarship to the Thurber House, the writing program. They actually wanted me overseas. But my parents thought it was like a scam.
Yeah.
Like, they're like, oh, it's a scam. They don't want you overseas. Why would they want? It's not. The school like, nah, this costs $60K. It costs us 60 G's at the time. We're going to pay for it. We want to be, so you got to show belief in your kid, whatever they want to do. Because, you can only nurture them. You can't force them to be, what you want them to be, And I know for my sons and a lot of sons, or me even as a son myself, I wanted to be like my dad. So whatever my dad was doing, I wanted to do, right? And it's like, hey, now me being in the position that I'm in, I'm a fire role model, because it's like I done took my son to the office. My son has seen me close deals. My son has seen me make a lot of money. My son knows I have multiple businesses. My son knows I'm on my own time. My son know I'm a boss. So what he want to be? He gonna want to grow up and be a boss. I want my own stuff.
Yeah.
So I nurture him and I show him how to get his own stuff. Since he want to be like me, you got to eat like me.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Because that's what I was going to lean to. Really, like, a lot of times, like, you got to let the kid to be the kid, right? Kids gonna be kids. It's only, you can't really dump financial literacy on a kid, right? There's not gonna be an interest on it or whatever. But setting that example, right? Like the lifestyle that you're creating, if you get it in, you hustling, and your kid is seeing you get it in, hustle, and get the certain results, they gonna know, hey, that's how it's supposed to be. I'm supposed to get it in and hustle and get what I want, right? If they see you have bad spending habits, if they see that you lazy watching TV all day, and you're satisfied with the lifestyle that you currently have, they're going to have it's a big chance that they're going to have the same mindset, right? Like, it's cool to watch TV all day. It's okay to be complacent. You know what I mean? But you got to pick and choose what you want. But as far as, I think being that role model and it sets a heavy tone.
Yeah.
Now, with stock trading and day trading as well, how can someone identify traps?
Easy. News. I play news all the time. People don't understand. If you know what's going on in the world, you know what's going on in the stock market. But people who play the stock market can tell you what's going on in the world before they release the news based off strategy. So, for example, I know all the banks just crashed. People in the stock market knew what was going on before that happened prior. It was a guy who made, I think it was $4,000. It turned to $2 million. Turned $4,000 into $2 million by betting that these banks were going to crash, right? So, if you watch news, it's simple things, right? Like, let's just say we're going to lock down again because it's another COVID wave, right? You should know in your mind that gyms are going to be closed, rec centers, movie theaters. So now with these things being closed, that's going to take revenue from the company. And if it's going to take revenue from the company, then investors are going to pull their money out because they don't want to lose money, right? So if I know that they're going to lose money, then I'm going to call a put. And then the stock market, the put is betting that the stock goes down in value. And it gives me the ability to still sell it at that price. So if it's at $100 and I say, hey, it's going to go down under $100, and let's say it goes to $95, I still have the right to sell that stock at $100.
Because you did the put?
Because I did
so
the
it puts
put.
it on pause, essentially?
Nah.
Trying to learn.
So look.
Free.
Yeah. Free 99. But look, so now once I do that, I'm able to sell it at that price. Let's just say it drops. And it's something called Delta, right? And the people don't understand. They want to know, T, how you make $1,000 in 10 minutes is because I'm buying contracts. I'm buying multiple contracts. Each contract has 100 shares, all right? So imagine, say you got a crib, right? You got a crib, and it's $100,000 crib. I come to you, I give you 1,000. I'm like, hey, I'm going to come back next Friday, and I'm going to cop the rest of this crib. But your house go up to $150,000. You still got to sell me that house for $100,000 because we're in agreement.
Yeah.
But now I just made 50 more G's on this contract. So I'm middleman. What ESTGs say? I can show you how to make 100 G's being a middleman. I don't have to actually buy these shares. But this because these shares, because this house is not worth this, I can come to Adrian like, hey, I got this house for 150 G's. Here's the contract. You want this crib? Hey, like, yeah, I just made 50 G's off only giving him $1,000 down payment. That's what option trading is.
Man, you just cheated me, bro. Sorry, now I'm just playing. But so it sounds like it's one of you saying you're making a contract pretty much, and you have the option to enter that contract or exit out of that contract. So you're not really losing any money during the time frame of you
unless
making
it goes
that
the
contract.
opposite way. So let's just say it's two people on the other side. It's always going to be someone you always taking somebody else's money, right? You might be on the side that say, hey, I think this stock is going to go up. I may be on the side that say, hey, I think this stock is going to go down. If Maul's right, Maul's taking my money.
Okay.
If I'm right, I'm taking Maul's money. But with the contract purposes is it's 100 shares in there. So let's just say, hey, on that Friday, I say, hey, let me come give you the rest of the money for these shares. Then I'm good. Then I can actually purchase these 100 shares at that original price I agreed on. But why would I wait to purchase these shares when the contract, and I know I already made money off the contract over deposit. You know, I made enough profit off a deposit that I can keep cycling money into the market. So now I'm making all this profit off these contracts. Now I can then buy the long-term stocks. I can then purchase the long-term stocks to pay me dividends. And with the being owner in the company, and the dividends are when they reward you for being a part owner of the company with their revenue. So if I have 1,000 shares of McDonald's, I ain't gonna show you my portfolio, but McDonald's pays you $6 every 3 months. I own 1,000 shares, they're gonna pay me $6,000 every 3 months. If my mortgage is $2,000, I just pay my mortgage every 3 months from being a part owner of McDonald's. So people got to understand is your profits that you take from the option trading, from being the middleman, you invest in the long-term stocks, get paid the dividends to afford your lifestyle. I think that was just some game right there.
I was just saying you was about to go crazy explaining much.
I just pictured that. So because I could see how option trading, if this is the time you win, because I remember you said
you can
I
lose.
could be on the opposite side.
You can lose for sure.
So versus me like spending the winnings and stuff, I'm putting it into something more secure.
Put it in a long-term stock, and then you're not really getting taxed on that.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's another investment. I'm moving my money into another investment.
Yep.
So now they're paying me based off of their revenue, and if it's a safe company like McDonald's or something like that, or Apple, who paid in a recession, I'm good because they have cash reserves. So if we jump into another recession, they have cash reserves to still honor their company part owners. So in a recession, McDonald's still was able to pay its owners because it had a cash reserve. A lot of companies don't have cash reserves. So with McDonald's being able to pay their owners with the cash reserve, the investors didn't pull their money out. So their stock didn't take a big of a hit because I still want my dividend.
Man.
Right? This has to eventually turn around. My bad, I'm dropping too much gas.
Hey, I'm just about to keep talking. I'm soaking in all the information.
That's a 3-minute masterclass.
Hey,
And
I am selling that for $10.99.
Patreon. Adrian.
Yes, sir.
With you being a digital marketing specialist, guru, as they say.
Hey.
For someone that wants to get into that field, like they want to be, not necessarily you, but they want to be, a part of that industry. What are the proper steps of becoming a digital marketer?
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's I'm gonna have to come out with a master class too, T. But honestly, man, like the way it works, honestly, is like with anything sales, marketing, whatever the case may be, it's all about the number of people seeing your brand, right? And the number of people seeing that you could solve a problem for them, right? So the way it starts just like this. There are a lot of businesses who don't know how to grow their business. They don't know how to get, my target is people who don't know how to grow their business, who need some more insight on how to grow their business.
Me.
Right? Like everyone, right? So now I got that target audience. Now, what I did was I invested. I mean, you don't have to invest. You go on YouTube, but I invested on how to do digital marketing,
The
right?
mentorship, right?
Mentorship. Yeah. So it showed me how to do that.
You need to drop one. Go ahead.
I do need to drop one. But we busy. But so I know there's a lot of business owners that need help growing their business. I learned from someone else how to grow the business. And plus my experience in corporate and things like that. But you could pay for someone to show you how to grow other businesses. So I took that information, and the same way that I get clients is the same strategy that I put into my clients' businesses, right? So if I'm finding business owners by creating content, by sending out, DMs to people who have businesses that look like they need help, right? If I do that every single day, I'm gonna eventually get them, and then I can implement that same strategy to their business. I want to show you how to find your ideal client, the person that you could help the most, and I want to show you how to create content that attracts them, that shows that you can solve their problem. And then I'm going to show you how to reach out to those people, rather it's through Facebook ads, rather it's through like organic outreach, whatever the case may be. I'm going to show you how to find that person, and then you pitch them, and now you got them as a client, right? So it's all just like the same cycle, but it all comes down to the same principles. Find someone that has a problem, right? Figure out how to solve that problem, and figure out how to get in front of them as much as possible, so that they trust you to solve the problem, and then now they become your client. So it's the same cycle.
He just gave you the whole ebook, yo.
Yeah, so
He just gave the whole ebook.
coming back to you, do you only work with businesses, or because with digital marketing, we in the day of age where there's so many people that's trying to be anything.
Yeah.
That's the only venture you go into is business, and that's it.
Yeah, I mean, so I target very specific businesses though.
Okay.
So for me to work with you one-on-one, you have to be at a certain level. You have to be making probably at least $20K for me to work with you.
Talk heavy.
Is this yearly or monthly?
No, you gotta make
Clarify.
They business,
Yeah.
they
Because
gotta
that's
be
a cashier.
That's something like that's a different
gotta be
number.
there. You know what I mean?
20K a year. That's a cashier.
But but that's for me to work with someone one-on-one, for me to come in and work with you, because you got to be able to afford me, right? And I give I personally give more value to someone who is at 20 and helping them get to 80 or 100, right? Yeah. But don't get it wrong though. The free content that I give away is for business owners to make their first 20K. I even dropped something for only $70 a month for business owners to automate, to build their business.
Oh my God. That's
Someone could pay
I think I saw that too.
$70 a month. I'm telling you, someone can learn how to make 10 to 20K a month for $70 a month with the system that I built.
It's a
right?
cheat code.
And then when they get there, then I'm gonna be ready to work with them. But the free content is what the free and low ticket items, the things I really don't want any money from. That provides all the value that I can give to people. But for me to work with you, you got to be at a certain point.
Talk heavy, bro.
But I'm gonna be real, y'all. The only reason that I was able to even get to where I am today is because I believe in giving back a lot. So I personally give away a lot of free information, right? But it makes me better for working with someone making 20K that wants to go further. And that's a lot of people don't want to get a game away for free. Yeah. You know what I mean? They do feel like they got to pay you. We give away, you can learn everything that you need to learn from our content.
That's a fact.
Right now on social media.
That's a fact.
I follow him. Hey, listen, I learned a lot.
That's how it's supposed to be.
And while we're here, what is your social media?
Oh, look, I'm about to love to say this.
Yeah, T gonna love this.
It's Stock Trader T, STOCK TRADER TEE with the blue check. Not nothing else that ain't got the blue check. If it ain't got the blue check, that ain't me. It's a lot of fake pages out there.
Let's get it. So I'm at the grind season. So same way it's spelled out, the grind season. It's where all the content is. I'm telling you, I give away a lot of stuff.
With the blue check.
The clarification.
With the blue. Yeah. I get fake pages made. It's funny because a lot of people, they laughing at the people who's paying the 15, right? 15 a month for the blue check. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. T gets so many people that try to copy his pages that I'm on his page, so they copying my pages. You know what I mean? It's crazy because but that 15, it got the blue check. We paid the 15.
It's a reason for it.
It's a reason.
I was talking about the $15 a month. where I didn't understand that, okay, if you wanted to show somebody was verified or whatever, why keep it the same color?
No, I understand that too. I mean, I thought about
People
that.
won't buy it.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? And it's crazy because we be in so many rooms. We know people who was paying $10,000 to $25,000 to be verified.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking about some people that they was not getting verified. Like I'm talking about that was paying $10,000 to $25,000. So it's a direct connect at Instagram. When Mark did that, he put a lot of people's paper out of business because there's so many Instagram models that, you know, you gonna get a bag if you verify. You get flew out. Like, you know what I'm saying? You get flew out, and even your price can go up when you're verified, right? So people were paying that $10,000. Like I can recoup it on the back end. Yeah. So when they say, "Hey, I'm willing to pay $15," are you willing to pay $15? Yeah, I'm willing to pay $15 because there's so many pages that scammed customers, and my name is everything to me. I don't want you to think I got over on you at all. Yeah. So that's why I said with the blue check, and I paid the $15, but I been stamped. We're gonna get that clear.
Look, why would I not pay $15 a month to protect a 7-figure brand? You know
all day.
Yeah.
We're our brand. You know that's really me. I uploaded my driver's license. That's me.
Yeah,
you know
it's like that.
But the thing is, it's funny though because like people have gotten money from like the scammers. They win.
Yeah, I was in the A, and bro was like, "Hey, where's my receipt?" I said, "What receipt?" He like, I paid $1,500 for your stuff. No, he said I paid $750 for your stuff. I said it wasn't me because my shit $1,500. I said $1,500, it wasn't me. He like, nah, this. I said, bro, look at our text thread, right? He said you said that was your other page. I said, what was you talking to him on? He's like, WhatsApp. I said, hey, bro, look. Well, I told him. I said, hey, look, bro.
Just go dispute that, bro.
Yeah, nah, he cash apped.
Oh man, yeah.
Bitcoin or something. They did. I forgot
when
what
you
it
do
was.
that, they be doing Bitcoin. That's
Yeah,
what they
so
be getting.
Bitcoin stuff,
You know,
so you
transfer.
getting it
And
back.
now you, hey.
I said, look, bro, out of all due respect, you know what I'm saying? I honor the $750, but for $750 more, you know, you can sign up for the real program. It's like, I'm gonna give you the discount. But that wasn't me. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't me.
Hey, really like that. Like, hey, you just got half off pretty much.
Yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and
Low
look
key.
you up real quick. But
I
don't like you said, it's a 7-figure brand. It's like I don't want people to get finessed or anything out of my stuff. So if I gotta pay $15 a month, that's change.
Yeah.
It's a mindset thing. People don't believe they should invest for that, right?
That's crazy.
Like we shouldn't have to pay to use social media, whatever. It's their rules. We on their platform,
And it's not even a diss or anything, because everybody has their own perception. But it's more or less I told somebody, oh, you just not big enough yet.
It goes back to your worth, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Like I ain't got no blue check. I ain't gonna lie. But I thought about it, but like for y'all's instances, there's a reasoning behind it.
Yeah, it's needed.
Yeah,
it's not like I woke up and said, hey, I want to be verified. It's like, no, I put this work in. Like, Instagram really owe me this. Like, keep it real, because I've been getting paid off IG and Facebook and stuff like that, but it's more or less of I built an authority and an online presence. Mm-hmm. So it's like, you telling me, hey, I just need to pay $15 to solidify that. That's what I'm going to do all day. That's it's not like I just woke up and said I'm not a normal person. What John Legend say, we not ordinary people. It's more or less of I have an audience, and with this audience I needed to protect my brand. If that blue check helps that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do it 10 times. They could have said $99 a month. I was paying that on everything.
Paid $99
Imagine how many people that woke up the next morning and their blue check was gone. Because they forgot to put money in their account.
That's gonna be crazy.
They could just fall off.
My shit on auto pay.
Oh man. So I was doing some research, and they were talking about the upper circuit and the lower circuit of the stock market. Could you explain that?
Yeah, I mean that's just the highest price it goes and the lowest price it goes. But I can go in more depth with that. So, I think it's Tesla. Tesla is like one of my favorite stocks to trade, right? So Tesla has an ATR, and the ATR is an average true range, right? And the average true range basically means how much the stock moves a day, right? So Tesla moves about $14 to $15 a day based off the last 4 weeks of data. So, because electrical vehicles is like popping right now. So, because they came out with the Tesla truck, right? So, if it hits the upper circuit, which is if it gets to that $14 or $50 range, it's only buyers up there. And with that being said, that if you utilize the strat strategy, it'll flip it into full time frame continuity, right? And full time frame continuity, yeah, this
It is
so
scientific words over here.
full time frame continuity basically pushes it past that ATR, meaning, hey, for the month, for the week, for the day, for the hour, this stock is moving in a certain direction. So it may break that ATR and go higher and reach an all-time high or return to, historic numbers, basically, if that makes sense. So, for example, we can talk about right now, I want to say McDonald's. Like 2 weeks ago, McDonald's hit an all-time high. And people didn't understand why it hit an all-time high. And if you were an option trader, you would understand that it broke its ATR. It flipped into full-time time frame continuity. And instead of rejecting that its highest point, it broke through. And once it breaks through, that's when people pouring their money in because they feel as if they catch FOMO. They want to make sure they get in and invest before they miss out. So
pretty much you caught the wave before it was late.
Yeah.
That's pretty much in layman's terms what you explained.
Exactly. Okay. I knew before the wave was gonna come. Okay, let me make this money. And a lot of people don't understand. If you catch FOMO in the market, the people who are already hip, because I'm making money by the time you put your money in. Mm-hmm. Now, what if I pull my money out because I'm already in profit? So now you thought it was gonna keep going up, but it's not. Because I pulled my money out to secure my profit, and my profit was helped secured by you dumping your money in there. So now you're hoping someone dumps their money in there for it to continue, and if nobody does, you're done. That's why a lot of people that come. That's why I lost $3,000 when I first got into the market, because I didn't know what I was doing. So you have to understand. That's why it's good to purchase a mentor or a course, because you won't get took up top. I'd rather spend $3,000 for a mentor than me lose $3,000 in the market, because now instead of me learning through trial and error, they've already made all the mistakes. So they would have gave me that same knowledge, and I wouldn't have been able not to lose that.
Mm-hmm. Now, you were talking about when you were pulling out your money. When is it for some? Well, let me make sure I'm asking this question right. But when's a good time to hold your position within the day when it comes to the day trading?
So me, I always tell my students secure profit, right? So let's just say this, right? I play news a lot. So let's just say, I don't know, Apple comes out with earnings. They beat earnings, meaning that their company is doing amazing, tremendously. We're on an upward trend. I may enter for a call. Calls me saying that the stock is going up. So if it flips into full time frame continuity, and it also has broke its ATR, meaning if it moves $5 a day and it went to $5.25, I know it can continue going up. But in the meantime, while it's going up, I'm going to secure my profit, right? Meaning, let's just say I make $1,000, right? I'm going to take that $1,000 out, and then meaning I'm going to sell those contracts, and then I'm going to probably leave something called a runner, right? Which is I may have 5 contracts, but I'll sell 4. I'm gonna leave that one in there because even if I lose on this one contract, it's not gonna cost me my profit.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna continue to let it run until it reaches peak. And if I see, hey, it starts reversing the opposite way, I'm just gonna secure the profit on that contract as well. Yeah. So I can walk away profitable. A lot of people don't understand. People get greedy in the market. Why would I leave 5 contracts in to try to make $5,000 when I can just leave those 4 in? When I can just leave that one in to possibly make more money, but secure my profit to be safe, because no one can predict the market. No one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's my answer.
Yeah. So it's not a guessing game.
It's not a guessing game. It's all strategy. It's all strategy, and everybody has their own strategy.
Absolutely, Adrian. In digital marketing, how can someone find leads?
Find leads. T, it's so crazy because T really get it in so crazy on the marketing side, y'all. He really be getting it in. And honestly, to find leads, I believe that it's best to let the leads find you. You know what I mean? Like, that's why it's so big to just create a lot of good content. When you create good content and you're teaching people and helping people through your content, they're going to come to you naturally and follow you to help solve a lot of these many problems. And then when it comes time to buy from you, you're the first person that they think of when they actually want to make it happen. You know what I mean? And it doesn't really matter what business it is. Like, any business, you have your ideal client, the person that will buy from you. Like, followers don't really mean nothing if the followers aren't filled with your buyers.
That's a fact.
Like, our social media is our brand. That's how we find. People always say, do I need to focus on my business page or personal page? It's like, no one's going to pay attention to your business page. It's your personal page. You give away a lot of value, and then they know to come to your business because, I mean, that's what you want. Your business is your branding. It's supposed to be. So, you know, I like getting all my leads to come from my social media audience, to be honest with you, just from me creating content, people being attracted to my page. The other way, though, that I love getting leads, just from people coming in, but I like paying Facebook and Instagram to go get the leads for me. So a lot of, like, what you got to realize is, like, Facebook and Instagram, they're for-profit businesses, right? They're not going to let you come on their platform and take their people and send them to your website to buy from you. Yeah. No, you got to stay on Facebook. That's why it's very intentional when you post your link and you're trying to sell on Facebook. It doesn't get a lot of reach. They don't let a lot of people see it because they say you're not about to sell on my platform.
Post a link in comments.
Post a link in your comment. That's a hack. Because if you post a link on your status, Facebook will purposely not let a lot of people see it. Because, like, you taking them off my platform.
Man.
You know, but what you can do is you could pay Facebook and Instagram with ads and say, hey, here's my ideal client. Here's the type of person that I need to see my content, right? I'm going to pay you to put my content in front of them so I can take them to my website. And that's how Facebook and Instagram ads work. You're paying them to get leads, right? And that's on any platform. It could be Google, YouTube, LinkedIn. They're all the same way. You know, you pay the platform and they will put it in front of the person that you want them to go in front of.
That goes back to investing. That's great.
With you being a digital marketer, what are some strategies that people need to know? Rather they're a digital marketer, rather they just need need some game for digital marketing.
Hey, I'm soaking all this up right now.
Let's get it. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find that competitor, right? I'm going to find that person that's killing the game right now. I'm going to see what content they're posting. I'm going to go look and see what ads they're running. I'm doing all that. Like, I'm doing my research. I'm going through their website. I might buy from them just to see how their process works.
Wow.
So I'm going to go find the information that's first, and then next I'm going to add my flavor on it.
That's a fact.
Right? Like, that's the thing. You got to be your authentic self when it comes to marketing.
That's a fact.
Like, you gotta be you. So you can go get the information. That's the hack, is to go get the information, go see how your competitors are doing, take their sauce, but then add your flavor onto it, and it's going to be able to take off. So, you know, that's always first, is finding your competitor and taking it that way. The next thing is you got to realize where your customers are, right? So the reality is, like, I target big CEOs, right, and business owners. So, like, most of my ideal client that's at that level, they're not spending their time on Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah.
They're not on there. They're too busy to be scrolling on social media. So for me to necessarily run ads might not make sense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send cold emails. I got a system where I send 50 cold emails every single day to business owners.
Tell them what a cold email is.
Yeah, explain that.
That's, imagine, so the barbershop. Do the barbershop got an email?
Yes.
All right. So if I help barbershops get more leads for their business, the best way I can do it is to probably send emails to businesses, because businesses check their email, right? So if I send the email to 100 barbershops, it's a chance that 50% of y'all are going to check that email, right? And if I have the right messaging and stuff like that, I can get you to get on a phone call with me so I can pitch you because you see my email, right? So it's really just about finding people where they are.
Nah, keep going. I know it's more.
I ain't wanna.
Nah. Give him the strategy. He said give him the strategy.
Strategy. So you could literally, like, this same strategy applies for email. It can apply for if they're hanging out on Facebook, right? You got your ideal client. if you reach out to a certain number of businesses every single day, or a certain amount of people every single day, where they're hanging out at, you're going to get a certain amount of people to reply back to you, right? All of them won't, obviously, but if I send a DM to 100 different people, it's probably like 20 or 30 people won't read that DM. Now, if I tell them I can help them solve a problem, and I can be super direct if you really make the right offer, if you're solving a big problem, I could send a message to 100 people a day, every single day, tell them I can help them solve their problem. 20 people are going to hit back. Of those 20 people that hit back, 5 of them are going to buy from me. So now I got a system, right?
Nah, but tell them what you're gonna do, because you don't got the time to send out that stuff.
Yeah. I don't have the time to send that out.
So how's it going now?
So, I use automation. I use virtual assistants. But virtual assistants are the key, y'all. Virtual assistants are the key. T been running this play for a minute. So here's an example. T, in fact, you break it down. How did
I'm not about to give them that.
Look, how did you get credit? T got a credit repair business, right? He never posts about it. He don't even advertise it or anything.
Yeah.
How did you use a VA to get clients for your credit repair business?
The system, it's automation. So here's the thing, right? Is I don't. Remember I told you Bill Gates said he hired somebody lazy, smart. I'm lazy. I don't want to do no work. So I know the information. So if I know the information and I talk to you about it, I say, hey, I can repair your credit. This was wrong with it. Boom, 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 this. You like, okay, sign me up. I'm done talking to you. Now my virtual assistant gonna onboard you, send out your letters, everything that needs to be done. You'll be talking to that person moving forward, because my time is important to bring in more revenue. Why would I do the work?
Yeah.
Because it's a second job. So I have to go get more leads. So now my character is so good off the reviews that I got that now I've removed myself from even the consultations. Why? Because it works. So now I bring in another virtual assistant to take the consultations. So now, once I bring in another virtual assistant to take the consultations, in their downtime, if there's nothing to dispute, if there's nothing to talk to the person, they're generating leads because they're messaging 100 people. Hey, look, this is what we do over here. Are you interested to hop on a call? Cool. Well, they hop on the call. Hey, boom, boom, boom. Sign me up. Or I ain't even gonna go on affiliate marketing. I ain't gonna.
You gonna drop too much?
Yeah. But now I've removed myself from my business and I'm able to make 6 figures by hiring a team of 10 in which I'm paying. I don't even want to say that, but we paying, what we paying?
Like $4 an hour.
Yeah, like $4 or $5 an hour. And I've removed myself. So if I close one client, all I need to do, honestly, is close 4 clients a week in order to pay for my team. I'm paying for my team and I don't got to do no work. I'm good. But the goal is to close more than that so I can be profitable. But I'd rather have a team at my disposal for anything that I need, and I don't have to come out my pocket, because you don't always have to profit. People think your business has to profit. It doesn't always have to profit. You have to buy yourself time. If you can buy yourself time and you're not coming out of really pocket, you're good.
What if you had a virtual assistant for you, right? That you on social media, you post your pics, your client result pics, if you got a virtual assistant that literally goes through your friends list every single day and reach out to them and say, hey, I got openings this week. How many people do you think are going to come shop with you just from you reaching out and asking them, hey, I got openings this week. You want to come shop with me, right? That's the easiest marketing thing you could do, is literally reaching out to people who you could help. And they're going to hit back.
Or commenting. I got my virtual assistant going up under competitors' pictures commenting.
Yeah.
Bring them to your page.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: you don't have to go under someone's page and be disrespectful. You go under somebody's page and give them props. You can go under other barbers, local barbers, and say, "Hey, bro, that cut fire." Click on your page. Oh, yo, you cut hair too? Yeah. Oh, his stuff spicy. I might have to go to him. Now they wanna, you know what I'm saying, chop with you, and you just showing love, but you're putting your face out there in order for it to be seen. And that's why I started commenting on the Shade Room. That's a hat. You want to grow your followers? Say something spicy on the Shade Room. I promise you. I started going on there. When they would talk about disastrous news or something like that, I would say something that was going to happen in the stock market. And then people will come back and be like, oh, that's crazy. Or if they was on there talking about like PPP loans and stuff like that, I'll be like, you should have flipped it in the stock market. And now I'm getting DMs. How do I do that? You know, I did the PPP loan. How do I flip my money? They're coming to get me. Stuff like that. So you confident making yourself, what is that word?
Be the expert. Like, be the expert.
Yeah, and an expert for something can resolve into you creating revenue for yourself off a simple comment. But we don't have all time. I'm a big CEO. I'm the person he talking about that he targeting. I don't have time to scroll on social media all day. Somebody's doing that for me. But as long as someone sees and say, hey, I want to get to that person's level, how do I do that? You can set up a call. And then my virtual assistant, I just want to set up a call with the person. That's it.
Man. Gems. You hear that? Gems, bro.
Look,
Gems.
it's all from experience, man. Like everything that we're talking about, it's all because we went through the mud. You know what I mean? Like I dealt with trying to figure out how to get to grow my business. You know what I mean? And so the reason that we can even speak to any of this, you know, is because we actually went through, we did it, and it's based on experience.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Man.
I think that's it. I think y'all. I think that's it.
Yeah, summing it up. It's
Easter Sunday. Y'all gotta get y'all food, y'all meals. Hopefully, the person in the kitchen don't mess up the meal. You know.
Dang, what? Who you telling?
So beforehand, what would y'all say to the audience? One thing, because I know Jamal liked to ask this, but since we summoned it up, what would y'all give the audience? One thing they can do.
What's some game?
Yeah.
What's some game you can leave with the woman, the man out there, the kid maybe possibly about to graduate from high school, the person that is probably 20 years into their career and they went out. What's some Tabasco sauce, spicy heat?
Go ahead,
Yeah.
I got you. I mean, let's think of it like, let's run it to you. If you had to make 10K, you know, in the next 7
you asked
days,
me.
I can answer the question. You know what I mean?
If we had to make 10, I didn't did that.
I'm saying, like, right now from scratch, you know, if you needed to start
with the information that I know.
Yeah. You got it, or you want?
I know what I'm gonna say. Go ahead. Hey, all right, now I got it. So if I had to make 10, let me tell y'all something. If I had to make 10K in the next 7 days, and I had to start from scratch, I didn't have a business, I'm at my 9 to 5, etc. Here's the game for y'all: affiliate marketing. Here's all you need to do, right? Find multiple people with established businesses and sell their brand for a percentage. Meaning, I will come to Jamal. How much do you charge for a haircut? $50 a haircut. Okay, Jamal. What if I get somebody to pay $60? Can I make that 10 on top of that? Okay, cool. I'm flooding customers to Jamal all day, so I can make those $10 cuts. So I can make $10 on top of that. Adrian, you have a system. You have a system. How much are you selling your system for? I'm selling it for $80, $90. Okay, what if I can get somebody to pay $150? Can I keep that profit? Yeah, sure, you can keep that profit because I'm still getting paid. Cool. All right, cool. I'm going to keep the difference, and I want a percentage after I bring you this many leads. After I bring you 10 leads, I want a percentage of the original price, right? So you don't have to own a business. You can literally partner up with someone who owns a business and simply middleman it. That's what I do in the stock market. I middleman. ESTG said it best. I'll show you how to make 100 G's being a middleman. Let's get it.
Man, and you can do that for any business.
You can do that for any business. All you got to do is know the person. You don't even got to know the person. You can walk inside of any business and speak with them. Say, I give you.
Man.
I want a percentage. That's it.
Bad, man, bad. I'm gonna let you. I mean, I asked you that question, bro, because I wanted you to kind of drop that. You know what I mean? 'Cause I know you've been doing it. He's been doing it for his own business. He find people to sell his services for him. For his business,
Everybody eats.
Now his business is getting sales.
It's
right?
like paid in full. What do you say? Everybody eats.
Yep.
Everybody eats.
If you gonna say my name anyway in the room, why not pay you for it? If you sitting down talking to people about their credit, and they're like, "Yeah, I really need to get my credit repaired." Hey man, I got this dude named T. Go see T, and they sign up. Why wouldn't I toss you $50 or $100 or something like that? Just to say, "Hey, I appreciate you saying my name." That's gonna motivate you to say my name even more. That's extra money. You didn't have to do nothing but speak my name. You know what I'm saying? Everybody eats. I'm not losing nothing because I'm not doing the work. My team's doing the work. You helping me pay for my team. We all happy.
We all happy.
You know what I'm saying? We all happy. But you.
What you got for me, bro? What you
said 10K in the next 10 days. All right, now if I wanted to double my revenue because you done did it, I wanted to double my revenue in the next 30 days, bro. What would I have to do?
We gotta move quick. So it's funny, man, because it's kind of going to be kind of tied to what you were saying. What I would probably use is something called influencer marketing, right? So if I got a business right now, and it's, making a certain amount, what I can do is, if it's a good business, right? You got to have a good business for this to work. Like you got to be making money already, and can prove that you could do what you do. What you can do is you can go find people on Instagram, on big platforms, and basically pay them to promote your business for you, right? So you can go to the shade room and say, hey, shade room, I want to drop this post. How much do I got to pay you, right? And we call it IG shout outs, right? You basically pay a big brand to shout you out. So a lot of people, what you see is you see them advertisements on the shade room, right? And it's Fashion Nova. All you see is Fashion Nova. Fashion Nova is paying a lot of money to the shade room to make those posts. So now Fashion Nova is getting advertising by paying the shade room a certain amount to post about it, right? So if you're a business owner, right, and there's an authority in your space that all of your clients follow, that where they always interact, they're always in the comments, you can go to that place and pay an influencer to promote your business for you. And you can do that from sharing the revenue with them, or you could just pay them up front, right? Yeah. There's pages out there that you could pay $200 and they will post it and it will be seen by 500,000 people.
He's dropping gems.
Right. like imagine paying $200 for 500,000 people to see your brand. That's your ideal client.
And having a $200 product.
And having a $200 product.
Yeah, so the percentage coming back, like you said, if we got 500K,
500,000 people see it.
100K gonna come back at least.
Come back.
Yeah,
like
500,000 people. If you don't sell to one person to make your investment back,
that's what I'm saying.
That's crazy.
You gotta pay sometimes, like for your marketing. Like another one is like paying for. A lot of people sleep on paying for vendors, right? InvestFest is coming up from Earn Your Leisure.
We there.
We'll pay $2,000 for a booth to be at this big event because 13,000 entrepreneurs are going to be there, right? So me and T will invest $2,000, have a booth where people are coming to us to make sales. The last one we went to, like, we probably, no lie, invested probably $2,000 in a vendor's booth at InvestFest last year, and I think we made easily over like 30,
Easy.
like $30K from it.
Like, yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's another way. Like sometimes if you pay to get right in front of where your clients are hanging out at,
all you gotta do is have a conversation with them.
That's it.
That's some bars. Bro.
That's it.
That's dope.
Crazy.
That's dope, man.
That's it.
This is a beautiful episode. Yeah.
That's it.
Let's get it.
That's it.
Well, we appreciate you, T. We appreciate you, Adrian,
Yes,
for stepping into Smooth Lies, pushing out them gems for people, especially free 99 gems.
Hey, listen, if they don't listen to this and take advantage of all the information that was given, that they a fool.
And for people, you said courses and mentorships and stuff. When it comes to you all's personal service, where can they find you all at?
You can find me on IG.
Yeah.
Stock Trader T. All my information and stuff is in my bio. It's in my link tree. I got a course. I have a mentorship, in a mentorship, I trade with you on the 4th week to get your investment back. Wow. So now you got the information and the investment, right? I taught over 150 students. Probably only 6 people didn't get their investment back, right? So that's a good percentage if you ask me.
Yeah, absolutely. And they probably just didn't do the work.
And they probably just didn't do the work,
So, I love, same place on IG. At the grind season is where you can find me. My biggest thing, I'll do something special, man. Like I said, systems. It's called Systems Excel, which is our marketing technology that we release. It could change a lot of people's lives, right? Give them access to a lot of tools to automate and grow their business. What I'll do is I'll drop it for $50. $50 for everyone that's listening to this. We have live trainings every week. And we show you how to get to your first 10, 20K months. So that way, if you do want to work with us, you can. But if not, the info's there for you.
Y'all need to see my stripe to show that it's real. I will allow them to post it.
T done made the most money on the platform.
For sure.
So with this $50 special, is this someone has to DM you or?
I'll drop the link, man. We could drop it on the podcast. But yeah, it's in the link in the bio. You can shoot me a DM. I'll just say that you came from Smooth Lies. I'll definitely hook you up. And we're gonna get busy.